Hello, and welcome at the Embassy of Canada in Berlin. For Canada Day, we are pleased to open our doors and welcome you for a virtual visit. Follow me for a sneak peek through the most beautiful spaces of our Canada House. I currently stand in the entrance of our very own Northwest Passage, which takes its name from the maritime route through the Canadian archipelago. The passage connects Ebertstraße and Leipziger Platz. Until 1989, this was right in the middle of the no man's land separating East and West Berlin. The mark of the Berlin Wall can still be seen on both sides of the embassy. The passage thus symbolizes Canada's support for a unified and peaceful Germany. The passage also allows us to gradually enter the Canadian universe. Let's have a look. As you can see, we are currently displaying on the embassy's windows the covers of books by Canadian authors that have been translated into German as part of Canada's presence as guest of honor at the Frankfurt Book Fair 2021. We hope that this provides some reading inspiration to all those who pass by. Between the covers, you can see our Marshall McLuhan Salon, the embassy's educational center. As soon as health and safety conditions allow for it, our team is looking forward to welcoming again visitors and school groups interested in finding out more about Canada. We are now in the main lobby of the embassy. Please follow me as we continue on to our next stop. The Timber Hall is a lecture hall with exceptional acoustics. It is the spiritual center of the embassy. The paneling is made of Canadian wood, and the teepee-like design reminds us of Canada's First Nations culture and history. The wood inlay work in the floor is called North. The artist Adrian Gülner designed it as a compass. Let's now continue on to the Canada Room. The Canada Room is the embassy's main reception venue. Under normal circumstances, it is a very busy place where we welcome guests for meetings, events, and celebrations. Of course, we look very much forward to doing it again soon. It is now my pleasure to introduce you to the architect Bruce Kuwabara, whose firm designed the embassy. Hello, Mr. Kuwabara. Thank you very much for joining us today. When you first approached this project, what was your vision for the embassy?
One of my first thoughts was how the new embassy could actually speak to the question of a divided city that is now being unified again. And that led to the idea that you could actually move freely between Leipziger Platz and Potsdamer Platz. And I thought that was very unique. That would be a gesture. It was less a sort of visible symbol than it was an experience of being able to walk through the embassy complex. One of the things that I thought was also really important was how Canada could be part of the fabric of Berlin, part of the reconstruction of Berlin.
Which are the features of the embassy that you would say are specifically Canadian?
It's a difficult question because Canada itself is such a complex, non-homogeneous culture whose relevance to the world is precisely that it is a demonstration of a working democracy that recognizes difference. And therefore, plurality and pluralism is central to Canada as a working democracy. You have to recognize the other. The other single word, like everyone was saying, well, what is Canada? And everyone was saying, well, it's warm, it's hospitable, it's generous. But the word that I came to the most in every single discussion, and I think it's, to me, the working idea of Canada is that it's open. And so when I was designing the embassy, I was thinking about all these things. I mean, it's such a great opportunity to reflect on your country, to try to really understand what does it mean to be Canadian, what does it mean to be Canadian in Germany, and then specifically in Berlin, which was at that time the hotspot, the global hotspot for architecture and urbanism. And I thought one of the things that would be really remarkable that would connect Germany and Canada was the sky. And so when you walk in and you look up, you see, you literally see the sky, you sense the weather, you sense the elements of air.
How does the embassy for you represent also the friendship between Canada and Germany?
Canadians have some unique capacity to understand both sides of the debate. I think it's so important to work things through in terms of foreign policy. And so, I connect that to the idea of the building as being able to bridge formerly divided worlds and to literally bring them together in a forum of friendship, with a lot of generosity, with culture, and with this larger sense of connection to the environment, the city of Berlin, the culture of Germany, and I think that's really the connection.
Thank you so much. We look so much forward to your next visit to Berlin. It was a big pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We are now on the top floor of Canada House, our final stop. From here, our guests enjoy spectacular views of Mitte, to the east and to the west, with the embassy serving as a bridge, a meeting point among friends, surrounded by Canadian art. Since its inauguration in 2005, the embassy has represented the unifying and shared values of Canada and Germany. We are reminded of these shared values as we look towards the Reichstag Dome, a powerful symbol of open democracy. Thank you for joining me on this tour. We look forward to seeing you in person very soon.